Hello again, my amazing kindergarten artists. This week we are going to be diving into another awesome story all about crayons quitting. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do if all of our crayons quit their day jobs, right? We're also going to be making our own expressive crayon to help show how somebody might be feeling. So let's go grab some coloring supplies and get ready to listen to an excellent story together, my friends. All right, kindergarten friends. Now again, as always, even though I have crayons and markers here, you never have to have both. I just like having options while I color. So please make sure you have some coloring tools with you today. You could even use your painting set if you would like as well, my friends. That is an option today. So open up our art folder. There's two pieces of paper that we need, and both of them have some lines on them. So the first one looks like a giant crayon. It's not fully cut out yet, and that's okay, my friends. We're going to get to cutting that out later. And the other piece has some straight lines, and this is going to be our crayon's arms and legs eventually. But please don't cut these out yet as well. Now, the first thing we have to do today, kindergarten friends, is we have to make our crayon look just a little bit more like a crayon. If you notice on my example, at the top here, and at the bottom, I've added some straight and wiggly lines with a black marker, or you can start with your pencil first as well to help make it look more like a crayon. And that's exactly where we need to start first as well. Not our face yet though. We're going to leave that for next week when we talk about different feelings and how to best show those, okay? So on my crayon right now, again, I'm going to use my pencil first. I'm going to draw a straight line close to the top. And below it, I'm going to draw another straight line. Notice how I left some space in the middle, because in between those two straight lines, friends, I'm going to add two wiggly lines. Again, remember our wiggly line wiggles gently up and down. So there's one wiggly line, and the other one is going to get close to it, but it shouldn't touch, my friends. I'm going to draw the same thing at the bottom of my crayon as well. I like to start though with the first straight line close to the bottom. Then I'll draw another straight line just a little bit above it. And I'm going to do the same thing I did there with that wiggly line. Again, I want to make my line wiggle very gently. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the top part of your crayon, my friends. It's all right if it's a little bit different. Again, my second wiggly line should kind of follow my first one, but should never touch it, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to trace that up with a black marker right now. As always, you can use a black marker, black Sharpie, black crayon, whatever works best for you, but you will need to color parts of this in, my friends. So again, I'm just tracing first to help me with my coloring. And again, be very careful about tracing your lines. Make sure those two wiggly lines do not touch each other. It's okay if they touch the straight lines, but not the other wiggly line. And I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to color in between the wiggle and the straight line. So there's one part of it colored, and then I'll go to the bottom part, and again, I want to color only in between the wiggly line and the straight line. That might take a little bit of extra thought this week, my friends, to really think about where that black goes. So there's my first one. You see how in between the two wiggly lines is still white? That's how both of them should look. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the top part the same way, friends. But if you need to pause the video here and catch up a little bit, you can, all right? So here's my crayon. I've added the black at both the top and the bottom. Again, those are those details that you see at the top of my crayon and the bottom. Now, before we start adding any more color, my friends, I'm going to actually use my scissors to go ahead and finish cutting out this crayon. I'm sorry that I couldn't do that for you, but I had to stuff these in folders pretty quickly by just cutting each crayon apart, artist. So take your time, try your best to stay on that crayon line, and go ahead and cut only your crayon out, my friends. Don't cut those lines on the other piece of paper today. We're going to save those again for next week, otherwise those might get lost because they're kind of small. So here are my 2 pieces today, friends, that I still need to color. While you are coloring today, artists, I'm going to be reading the story, The Day the Crayons Quit, for you to listen to while you're coloring both your crayon and your arms and legs, your favorite color. I would like you to pick your favorite color. Now, I know some friends might have more than one favorite color, but today you have to pick only one color, please, because again, we're making this into a character that would be a crayon. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull out our story right now, friends, and I'm going to start reading. Again, you can use markers or crayons or even paint if you used crayons for this black part, and you can start filling in your crayon all the way and your arms and legs with your favorite color, please. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. "Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of the other crayons. All year long I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all of the Santas at Christmas and all of the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon." Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan, because I am neither. I am beige, and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only thing I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you're using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill an empty space between other things, and it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the beach ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my workload of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking, and I can prove I'm the color of the sun, too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun in your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, yellow crayon. Dear Duncan, I see yellow crayon already talked with you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, orange crayon. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all the oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't see over the railing of the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Duncan, okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I say thank you for using me to color in her Pretty Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color in the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him a good work sticker for coloring and a gold star for creativity. All right, artists. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to the story, The Day the Crayons Quit. And again, when you are done listening, this is how your crayon and your arms and legs should look. Now, I picked my favorite color, pink, but again, you should have picked your favorite color. And notice how there is no large white spaces. I do have some small ones because my marker was running out by the end. That's okay. But please try your best to color in your whole crayon body, your arms and legs, and then you are done for this week, my friends. You can go ahead and tuck these two pieces back into your art folder. Unless, of course, if you painted them, you might need to let them dry a little bit first. And next week, we are going to go ahead and finish up our crayons by adding eyes and mouths and other expressions, arms and legs. Now, you do have some homework, though, this week, my friends. In Seesaw, I'm going to ask you 3 questions about your crayons, okay? So please, after you finish up coloring your crayon body, arms, and legs, go to Seesaw and answer those 3 questions, either by typing answers if you have an adult that could help you with that, or by doing a voice recording to answer those 3 questions as well. All right, artists, I will say goodbye, and as always, have fun creating, my friends.